Hey guys, I am here to get into a film called Eve, directed by Edward Yang and released in the year 2000. And this is just continuously washes over. It's just one of the greatest expressionisms I've ever seen. Every single time I see this, I just feel like I further acquire. It has such a rich value to its pacing. Like whenever I watched this, I had to pause it about 15 minutes in and take a road trip out to the other side of the state because I just like needed to just take a few days on vacation because it was just making me through so many vibrant emotions. And then it's just as I kept watching, I kept wanting to pause it every 15 minutes and just reflect on different shades of my life and sort of how it's all influenced who I am today and who everything I dream of. And I think it all just kind of paces out as a perfect, rich atmosphere, characterization, sense of characterization. Like I feel like this is just a particularly powerful film that's uniquely buzzing with life, and it feels like it just really is acquired to like life's darkness from a very bright kind of perspective and a sense of complete wonder about it. Like I just like the cinematography and just the general sense of storytelling here. It's just some of the greatest I've ever seen. Like it's very alive and full of passion to a very unique extent. And the world building is just very strong. Like I really feel like this film just kind of lives on forever in a very uniquely thought-provoking kind of sense. Very powerful, which just sums up Edward Yang in a nutshell. I mean, this film just has as much weight as just like the best of any P.T. Anderson project. Like, it's just a lot, and it's the best kind. Um, because every moment just kind of resonates at a very personal kind of level. And this is just a perfect film to me in every sense. It's a very powerful kind of expressionism of just, good natured spirit in humanity. And every frame is just perfect here. It just feels downright poetic, I feel like, just to say the least. It's very powerful from start to finish. This is just one of those films. Like, I mean, it's like a 3-hour film, but I think pacing here is just really an element that just stands out the most because you feel like you're just kind of in intimate moments of everyday lives. Looking at darkness in a lot of like storylines, you're seeing a lot of characters go through a lot of intense moments in their lives. However, you're perceiving all that from a very unique sense of wonder, and it just really, I don't know, it just kind of makes me really soothe out my attention span. I think that's a lot of what this film kind of honed in on. That's so unique. I think I grew up with a lot of ADHD qualities, and I think a lot of that, like, kind of honing in on that, kind of is an enhancer as far as creativity. And I think this year, as my conqueror is out to just kind of, just not really have that complete sense of just adventurism in the face of like stage performance of any sort of way, and just kind of being in the face of something. And I think like film is just ultimately a completely transcendental way of just getting to see these, just you see your own life and just everything around you in a very unique sort of way, like a virtual reality sense is sort of the metaphor I've been perceiving in film more than ever nowadays. And film is a huge outlet on, helps me kind of understand this value perfectly. Because I don't know, this is perfect pacing. Like I don't know, I think to me it's like the way like films like The Godfather resonated with me when I was growing up, like my age is like 13, 15. Like this feels like that to me now. It's like really on that level of just mystique. Every frame has just perfect cinematography. It all really speaks to, I don't know, just like a world that's just particularly, and it just feels resonant. Like every people around them are just very like influenced by a lot of the '60s. It's the Taiwanese culture is kind of conveyed in here, and I just really love how subtle this film is at getting to a lot of these foundations, and just I don't know, having a lot of answers about just a lot of beautiful moments, the beautiful side of a lot of darkness in life, and that's just kind of what a lot of these films have the power to do. Just kind of always help you see the beautiful side whenever no matter how dark things get, in a sense. And it's just really one of the best achievements of the 21st century. This is just the best project of the year 2000, which is a bold statement. Wow, I'm realizing what a revolution that year was, really, in its own way. I mean, I was really kind of going into the music scene of that year a lot more, but I realize now it's like, well, the film is just answering a lot of things that music proposes a lot of questions to, you could say. But this is just, it's a very like it hangs in on deep layers of emotions in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, it's so beautiful. It's so just gorgeously written and paced. I just really felt the full essence of just a love in characters and hope in the face of darkness, and as well as a lot of existential just questioning flowing through everybody, which is very emotionally complex and rich, but it all just really works well because it just has a flow about it, and it flows with love from start to finish. It's just a rare film that just really has a life-changing kind of perspective on life. I think it always, like I said, I was watching this movie, it certainly was changing my like perspectives in a very just beautiful. I don't know, really made me slow down and kind of just it's an ultimate message to perceive all of your own darkness, no matter how crazy absurd. Just make it with wonder. Like in my sense, like I like to find the dark comedy. I like laughing at things more than anything. So seeing the humor in drama is very essential, I think. And there's a lot of this film kind of communicates having wonder, you could say, in a lot of ways. It's like, how do you defeat, like, those dark depths of loneliness that happen in a lot of people. Like, the film kind of explores a lot of that, and it's like having wonder really is kind of like the ultimate way out of a lot of those dark depths, you could say. But this is timeless stuff right here. I really love this film. Edward Yang's just a total legend for making this project. Yeah, it just hones in on so many layers of just mystique. It's really perfect at getting across a lot of powerful things. I mean, Edward Yang is just a masterful director, and it just simply hones in right to just emotional expressionism. I mean, there's like many layers that, again, just gets into a lot of like the layers of like passion for film too. It's like there's like film posters surrounding like moments, and their characters have amazing dialogue referring to film, amongst many other topics. But it's just so many topics that are just ultimately extremely wholesome and resonating in expressionism. And I think that's what I really resonate with the most about it. It feels like my most wholesome. I haven't done a deep dive screen reading for Brighter Summer Day, although I have for Yi. So that resonates the most right now. And I feel like that's my favorite Yang project. But this is just strongly recommended material from start to finish. This is just perfect filmmaking all around from start to finish. Strongly influential. Runs timelessly. I mean, it kind of just perfects. It's like a best of Robert Altman, but maybe just like a better, best pace, like more like a grand epic than ever before. It's like I love this lens so much. It's perfect filmmaking. Strongly recommended.